That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.
The last thing today is Mikayla Save A Fox. This has 300,000 views. Mikayla Save A Fox was 31 years old. It was a tragedy. This video is being used as a fundraiser. So I guess I will give it a thumbs up. So far, it's raised $91,000. So if you want to donate, you can go here on the Save A Fox YouTube channel. And she allegedly took her own life because of online comments. So yeah, that's how we're gonna end. Pretty dark, but yeah.
Hi everyone.
I guess the bright news of the night is like Trump said he called for a ceasefire and they all agreed, Iran and Israel, and everybody's going to chill and the war was going to be over in 12 days and it would be remembered as the 12-day war. He tried to give it a nickname in real time. We'll see if that holds, but that's the positive news. I guess this is the negative news we're ending on.
I just want to start this video out by saying parental advisory. This is not a video for children, and a trigger warning. Some of the things you're about to hear are going to be triggering for some people. I don't have approval from the board to make this video, but I have to say what needs to be said. I have to. This is a video I never planned.
The ceasefire already. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise, I thought we had some positive news, brother. Iran, bro, the ceasefire already. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Hold on. Live updates. Trump announces ceasefire attack in effect after forever peace. But is it all one big illusion? I guess it is a big illusion. He said, "Congratulations, world. It's time for peace." Oh, it's over with. The conditions of the ceasefire made no sense. That's what I thought. I was like, he tried to make it sound so. He's like, yeah, it's over. I think the ceasefire is unlimited. It's going to go on forever. Huh? He said they'll never be shooting each other again. But the president was already Trumpeteering his chosen image as the peacemaker and a consummate deal maker. CNN cooking them, wasn't it? They cooking this man. And he followed up by announcing a ceasefire between Iran and Israel due to come into force later Tuesday. Ceasefires in the Middle East are often fragile and fleeting. All right, well, that was that. Trump says ceasefire is now in effect. Is now in effect. American media is saying ceasefire. Iran media is saying no ceasefire. Israeli media is saying nothing. They had a ceasefire like a couple months ago and they started fighting again. Oh, yeah. I remember that one. I remember that one. Jeez Louise. Oh, man. Oh, brother. Iranian missile barrage strikes after Trump deadline. Oh, man, that's not funny. It's not funny. Hey, prayers up to all the you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jeez Louise. All right. I'm leaving this. The Iran and ceasefire stuff. Going back to Mikayla Fox. Wait, hold on. Was I around in 2003 for the Iraq? Yeah. I was 8. So I barely remember it, but I was alive. Like I remember 9/11. But I was like, what, 6? I was 6.
And on making, and it's completely devastating having to sit down and write this out. But a couple days ago, Michaela Raines passed away. This is the most hurtful and difficult time of my life, so please bear with me as I try to read this through the tears. Michaela was the most bright and shining example of what you could accomplish if you really set your mind to something. She was never held back by ideas that everyone else considered unrealistic. As many of you know, she was on the autism spectrum, And while that made her life very difficult, it allowed her to hyper-focus on one thing. And that one thing was obviously animals.
You said you seen this before? I said this came out today. This video came out today, SSB. So I mean, you might have seen it today since it's viral. It's got 300,000. It's kind of a big talk and stuff like that of the day. But this just came out today.
Animals. From a young age, she dedicated every waking hour of her life to helping them, whether it was helping a snapping turtle cross the road or saving 500 foxes from a terrible fur farm. She was never in it for fame, money, or personal gain. She was truly one of the most selfless people I have ever known. She put the animals' well-being over her own time and time again. She would forgo sleep, eating, and showering if there was an animal that needed her help. And it was not just foxes. I've seen her help birds, reptiles, sheep, squirrels. I truly believe when it came to animals, she could do anything. She would build the strongest bonds with all of the animals here, constantly working to earn their trust and create a lasting connection. Every single animal here just lost their best friend. And over the course of her life, she was responsible for saving into the 4 figures of animals, and all of your support made that possible. She would always love the letters that you would send, the pictures and paintings that the children made, and the kind words and comments in your posts. Her words were heard by millions and has affected more lives personally than I could ever hope to count. She was not just a rescuer, but an advocate. Her legacy is Save a Fox. And despite her being the most important part of that, I am not going to let it stop here. I will do whatever I can to see Save a Fox keep moving forward to save as many lives as possible. I gave Michaela all of my love and energy, and I will do the same with this rescue going forward. As long as you are all here to support us, we can do this. And I will try to keep the content coming since that is such an important part of our funding. As long as you all can continue donating, interacting online, buying merch, and coming here for tours, we can continue to help the many helpless animals that need us and educate and bring awareness to everyone. This is what Michaela would want, and I have to see her goals and dreams be realized. Aside from being the amazing superhero of animals, Michaela was also a wonderful wife and a caring mother. Every day I would wake up to a list from her on exactly what we needed to accomplish in the day. Her work ethic was, for lack of better words, relentless. But we did everything together. Despite her pouring out all of her love for the animals, she still found some love to give to me. I have never shared a bond with anyone the way I have with her.
Lord be with them.
We spent nearly every moment of every day together. And now
You gotta be there for your kids.
half of me is missing.
You gotta be there for your kids. You gotta be there for them animals.
Sorry. She had so many lofty goals and aspirations, and she would push and push until it got done. But despite all of this, she was a best friend to Freya. And every day she would teach her how to interact with, respect, and care for the animals here. They would go on pony rides together, swing in the fox yards, and take care of Freya's little cockroaches. The first thing Freya would want every morning is mommy. But through all of this, for her entire life, she struggled. She struggled with autism, with depression, with borderline personality disorder, and more. She was always in and out of different kinds of therapy, trying various mood stabilizers and meds, but nothing really seemed to help. Simple tasks were hard for her. Looking at her from the outside, you could never tell what was going on in her head, but even just socializing would send her over the edge. Looking at a cluttered restaurant menu would make her just want to leave. And wearing the jeans that she loved would give her so many sensory problems that it could ruin her entire day. And if you follow her personal page, she loved helping educate people about the problems that she and others faced on a daily basis. She would stay up late at night writing away about things out of her control and how she would attempt to cope with them. She made posts and discussed autism awareness so that it could be spread and help everyone understand just how difficult life can be for those on the spectrum. And she was so sensitive to everything, which is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it allowed her endless empathy for those in her care, but it also means that she took everything negative to heart. And now I want to talk about how words,
Oh my goodness.
whether
Oh my goodness. Ooh wee. Ooh. All right. I'm sorry. Whew. This is sad. All right.
spoken in person or written online can affect someone. For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on Michaela's name and the rescue. Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors, and being the sensitive human that she was, Michaela took it all to heart. And it hurt her. It hurt her a lot. But she pushed through. For years, she pushed through the pain of people trying to bring her down and the mental challenges she faced, and she still rescued hundreds of animals and changed the lives of so many. But recently, more of the rude words, accusations, and name-calling came from some of those she considered close friends. I think all of this stems from jealousy and envy, but she felt as if the entire world had turned against her. She had always battled with borderline personality disorder causing emotional instability, as well as impulsive behaviors. But this time it went too far. She couldn't bear what she was feeling any longer. And she ended her life. And it breaks my heart that someone who is selfless and devoted her life to animals could have so much negativity pointed at her. Why? That's all I can ask is why. In a world that's filled with darkness, she was just light. She was just light. And to those of you that pushed her to this, every one of you that had been responsible for making her feel this way, I wish you had to see me find her. And I wish you had to watch me perform CPR on her for 15 minutes until the first responders arrived. And I wish you had to watch helplessly as paramedics attempted to revive her lifeless body. And I wish you had to hear the screams and the cries of her family. I wish you had to see tiny heartbroken Freya try to understand why she could never see her mommy again. I wish you understood what you were doing before you did it, before it had to go this far. And I wish you understood that words do have real and terrible consequences. If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up. And if you are feeling lost and hopeless, please reach out to someone whether it's friends and family or calling a hotline. And to everyone else, please keep an eye on those around you. Look for the signs because they are there. Do something or say something before it's too late. Despite this being the biggest loss of my life and feeling like I have a literal hole in my chest, I will not let Michaela's light be extinguished. And I won't let negativity win. And I won't let her mission fall apart. I am going to continue to push to rescue the remaining fur farm foxes. And after that, save as many animals as possible. But I will need your help. As long as you guys will continue to support all of us here at Save a Fox, we will keep pushing forward. I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for Michaela. For now, we all just need some space and some privacy, but I'll soon discuss a day where everyone can come here and pay their final respects. And I'm just going to end it with, I love you, Michaela. I will always love you so much. And I miss you.
Yeah, man, like SSB said, tough watch for sure. You guys make sure you support and donate if you can and things of that sort. I played that video because it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And these are just things that I've always kind of, especially like the past few months, I've always kind of highlighted on the channel. It's a part of life and things that happen in the world that people don't really want to talk about. But just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and that it doesn't happen. Be kind, bro. Be kind to other folks. Because like he said, you could say, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. Then, it's just the internet. It's not real life. But Buddy said, she was on the spectrum. So she took everything literal. She took everything to heart. And just a little, the smallest comments, really affected her and things of that sort. Just be kind to folks, bro. Be kind to folks. If you disagree with someone, you could say something respectfully. It's some people, my comments has been respectful. They haven't agreed with everything I said. I upload dang 5 times a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to agree with everything I say. Do 5 videos worth of content each and every single day for 365. Like, you're just not going to. You're going to disagree with something I say at some point. But it's at that point where we shift to, okay, just common decency, human decency and respect. And, you guys have to just remember that whether or not it's online or in real life, you have to extend that respect to everybody. And I know a lot of times it's just like, you have a long day or anything and you kind of just let that out in your conversations and interactions with different people. But, just be mindful of that stuff because it could literally save a life, as you guys seen here. Prayers to the husband and the father of the child who is now without a mother and now a widowed husband. I don't think that's the word for men, but prayers to both of them, prayers to the family. And that's my advice for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and this particular instance. Just be kind to people. All right, man. Well, I'm going to end it right now. This 56-minute stream, just under an hour. Everybody give me W streams. Shouts out to SSB. Shout out my guy, Reggie Flood. Shout out Big Nate showing love in the chat tonight. I want everybody to be easy. Everybody be safe. Everybody have a great day. And, hope to get out the crib tomorrow, things of that sort. If you know, you know. And as always, I will be back tomorrow night because I am live every single day. Peace. Wait, hold on. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Have a good day whenever you're watching this. If nobody else told you, today. I care for you. I will see you tomorrow because I'm live. Each and every single, hold on, let me take the chat off the screen too. Every single.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Brandon,
We
one quick
can't
question.
ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.